So in this video, we're going to look at how to create circles inside our isometric drawings. So what we're doing is taking this demo drawing here, and I've already shaped out all the straight lines, and now we're just going to look at how to create the circular shape on it. So in this drawing, we have circles that are on not our front or our side, but they're facing our top view. So what we're going to do, and there's a few different ways you can do this, but I'm going to show you guys one method on how to draw them. And that's going down to the bottom here, and we're going to turn isometric drafting on. So if we click that button, we're now going to see a red and green crosshair there, and you're going to see that our plane is tilted to match an isometric plane. Now we have a little drop down arrow here. We're going to click on that beside it, and we're going to look at, we have the option of isoplane left, top, or right. So the circle that we're drawing is located on the top of our object it's facing, so we're going to make sure we're checked to isoplane top. Okay, now when we go to draw a circle and it's in an isometric view, it doesn't look like a true circle because you've now tilted that circle onto an angle. So it's actually going to look more like an ellipse. So we're going to go up here into our ellipse. We'll do an axis end ellipse. And then we're going to go down to the bottom here, and we're going to specify that we want an isocircle. We're going to start by selecting the center point of our circle, and we go look over here, we're going to see that we have a diameter of 60. So it's prompting us for radius, so we'll say that's 30 radius. And now we have our circle that now actually looks true to what our view would look like of that object. Now that circle, I found the center point here by just going, according to our drawing, 55 units over from the edge, and then another 40 units in from that side. Now what we're going to do is create our next circles. So in this object, we don't just have a single circle. We will show a circle for each plane that the circle is represented on. So on our very top plane here, we had our 60 diameter circle. Now if we go down 6 units, you can see that we now have the bottom edge of the same size of circle, and then we also have a smaller circle going through. So essentially we have a counterbore situation here. So we're going to have, at that 6 units down, a circle of the same size as the one we just drew, plus at that same point we're going to have a smaller circle inside that. So let's get that 6 units down, and we're going to get that just by using a construction layer line and drawing down 6 units. And now we're going to just take this circle and we're just going to copy it. And we're going to go from its original center point, and we're going to bring it down, that's 6 units there. Okay. Now, this back edge right here would be true to where that curvature is. And in isometrics, we're going to avoid using hidden lines. So we want to just trim that out and just show what we would see. So we'll just select our trim tool, and we're just going to get rid of that. Okay. Now what we're going to do is create our smaller circle size. So that's a 45 diameter. That's going to be on the same center point as a circle we just drew. So that was 6 units down. So we're going to do another axis end isocircle on that end point. And we're going to make that at 45 diameter, which would be a 22.5 radius. Now I'll just put that into our 0 layer. And we have now completed that circle. So I'm just going to trim that one up too, because we wouldn't see this little edge right here. So we're just going to select trim that, just like that. Okay. Now we're also potentially in some drawings, depending how deep down this goes, we might also see the bottom edge of our counterbore, showing where it goes through our material. So we're going to find that out. In some drawings you might see it, some you might not, depending on how big your circle is and how deep it goes into your object. So we want to now go down to this bottom edge right here. So we were 45 tall minus 25, so our thickness is 20. We've gone down 6, that leaves us with 14 units further that we're going to head down on that center point. So I'm just going to extend this line down. So we were at 14, now we were at 6, we're now going to go down another 14. And there's going to be the center point for that plane of the circle that we're going to be moving. I'm going to select this circle, we're going to copy it, and we're going to take it from where its center point is to where the center point of the new circle is going to be, which is the bottom of that line. And now we're going to trim this up. Just like that. And that is what we would see. I'm just going to turn a couple of these construction lines off just so we can see our object. Now this one's kind of tricky too, because when you do have a hole going through your object, you also have to think, are we going to see any of the shape underneath? So you would see this leg coming through here. So I'll let you guys draw that leg as to what that would look like underneath that hole. Now one other drawing I want to show you guys, which is going to be a drawing that you guys are going to be tackling, is one like this. And when you go to draw a drawing like this, you are going to find that what this would actually look like is a little bit different than how it gets drawn. So we're going to draw it to its appearance. So when we look at this circular shape on the front here, we're actually going to see a tangent line connecting these two to each other where we'd actually look at that object. So we want to now create our tangent line on that. So we're just going to select a line here. And we're just going to start our line off. Just like that. And we're going to snap it to a tangent. That's why I'm in my layer. There we go. We're going to snap to tangent. And we want to go to our tangent here. Just like that. Make sure that it's snapped to the X. We just want to make sure we're having it to a tangent. There's our tangent. Okay, and then we can do is just do a little bit of trimming. So obviously you wouldn't see the shape in here. So we would just take that and trim that piece out. Just like that. And now this is what you'd see on this front corner. So that's your way that you would blend two curves that are kind of turning away from you in that way, in that fashion. So you're going to see a few drawings just like that. And that should get you guys all set up for the rest of your drawings for this unit.